Now, I've been looking forward to recording this for the past couple of days now. This game's called Rogue Legacy, and they're marketing it as a rogue-lite. Now, for those people who are unfamiliar with the genre, basically a rogue-like game is a game that's very challenging, to say the very least. It's basically a game where there is progression, but if you die, generally speaking, the loss is permanent, which means all your progress is lost if you make too many mistakes. Think FTL, think Don't Starve, games like that, which have a high risk and reward sort of gameplay. This is no different, except for the fact that there's a little bit of insurance. You see, when you die in this game, in Rogue Legacy, your child actually takes over for you. And so basically, the whole gist of the game is that you go around and exploring a dungeon that's randomly generated every single time you play, and then you go and kill stuff, and then you collect stuff like what I'm doing now. You collect coins. Now, I'm playing the tutorial level at the moment, which means that I won't actually get to keep any of these items, but when I actually get into the meat of the gameplay, the money that I collect will be transferred over to the next character, which inevitably will happen because that's just the nature of this game. You will die. There's nothing really that you can do. So that's basically the tutorial that I just skimmed through, and this is the first piece of storyline. As you can see, I'm about to kill the king. So that's interesting. Right, so that's the tutorial, and this in itself is Rogue Legacy. Let's take a look quickly at the options button. As you can see, I'm playing this game with the Xbox controller because I just feel it's a lot better experience. You know, like I grew up playing the Castlevania series and Super Mario Brothers. That was all on controller. I'm just more comfortable on controller. To actually give you a background, I'm actually a PlayStation 3, in general, just a console player all around, but you know, you can't get games like these on the PlayStation 3 anymore. It just brings back memories when I use a controller. So, these are the options, and as you can see, there's not really much here. But that's okay. I don't really mind that. This is, after all, a side scroller. I don't really see the need for super high-end graphics or anything like that. This is the nature of the game. You know, this is the artistic design. So you've got the resolution that you can change, the full screen, the volume, and you can also delete your save, which is what I had to do countless times just to get this recording right. So let's start our legacy. Now obviously, we've started off with a completely different character, so there must have been some sort of time shift, or a time advancement. On the top left there, you've got your level, which is it's representative of how far you basically progressed with the game in terms of equipping your knight with armor and stuff. Green bar represents the health and the blue bar represents the mana, and then you've got your gold. So like I said before, what happens is you basically journey onwards to the right, and then there'll be a procedurally generated dungeon, of which you'll go in, kill some monsters, collect the gold, and then eventually meet your demise. The gold, however, will get carried over, and then you can spend them on certain things. Like, for example, when I go to the left here, here's my mana. Now, you can't see anything at the moment because I don't have the money to build anything, but once you have 50 gold, you can build the smithy, and he'll eventually unlock items for you, but this is just a plain piece of land for now. Now, the basic controls: A, you jump, and you can double jump if you get certain upgrades and all that good stuff. X is to attack, and then the B button, which is your magic button, allows you to throw your dagger. Now, because I haven't entered the dungeon yet, this isn't costing me any mana, but as you can see, every time I cast it, there is a cost. It's just letting me test on the dummy now. There's a certain aesthetic I really like about this game. Like, it doesn't take itself too seriously, even though the nature of itself, it is a roguelike. It is a very, very tough game. But take a look at the health bar on top. Why do you do this? Why? Weak. I give up. It hurts so much. That's all we got. I think I even found, yeah, there you go. Do you even lift? And then they had it in the Middle Ages talk before as well. Let me see if I can grab it again. I don't know, but if you look back, there's a little segment that they say, "Dost thou even lift?" I think this is a great game. It's a tongue-in-cheek attitude. It doesn't take itself too seriously, despite the fact that this is a very harsh genre. So now I've just walked into the dungeon. Now keep in mind, this is all randomly generated. Now, when I played the demo, you could kill the first boss here, which is in the top left-hand corner. Actually, the demo is very, very good. It's very fleshed out. It's very meaty. I think in the first playthrough, the whole aim of it is to basically just collect as much gold as you can, and then spend it at the smithy, and then see what else you can have upgraded. Now, as you can see, there's by the looks, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4 areas to explore. I think the demo only gave you an exploration to the castle, which was quite generous, because it is one complete level. It was quite good. The demo also gave you 5 pieces of lore to explore. I won't explore it this playthrough. I'll just go through and collect the items. I don't really want to give you guys too much spoilers. Okay, now it's all randomly generated, which means I don't really know where this is going, but I know from the map that if I go up, there's gonna be the castle. Was it? I'm not too sure. I'm just trying to dodge these fireballs at the moment. But basically, you want to go through and then just start hitting stuff and getting gold for it. Now there are monsters here, so the aim of the game is to just take out the monsters and not get hit, and collect as much. I'm not doing very well, am I? Is to collect as much stuff as you can. Now, obviously, there's some rooms that will have little challenges. Fairy chests, for example, are chests that will give you pieces of equipment, like little scripts of equipment that you can spend at the blacksmith to upgrade your character. But you have to do some challenges at first. Sometimes it's get there to the chest in time. Sometimes you have to find the chest within a certain period. In this case, take no damage. Now, as you can see on the mini-map there, the chest is a little bit to my left. So, I have to get there without taking any damage. This is going to be tricky. Especially considering that I don't have double jump. Oh, and I failed. Miserably. But that's okay. Like I said, such is the nature of the game of a roguelike, that you will eventually meet your demise and die. There is no avoiding it. Alright. Oh god. 14 health. Alright, got some gold. That's good. That's good. Alright, we're doing good. We're doing alright. Now, is there anything in this room here? No. Well, I've got 190 gold. This is a pretty good start for the beginning, I guess. Later on, you do get upgrades. Like, see how the character's dressed now? He's all in silver. You get upgrades for his armor, for his helmet, basically everything that you see now. And you can customize those things with the Mystic. So you can upgrade your weapons and armor at the blacksmith, and then add magical powers to it with the Mystic. So there is a lot of content with this game. So you can have like a very tanky guy who can, you know, double jump, or has a life leech or mana leech or stuff like that. It's actually quite good. So just trying to get past here. Let's see what's in this room. We've got an eyeball. Zombie. Let's break a couple of the crates here. Zombie. Okay. No one. Oh, there we go. That's the first death of the game. However many minutes in. Now, those are the things that I got hit by, I believe, or I got killed by, or I attacked. I'm not too sure. In the middle left area. This is basically the death screen. It lets you know what killed you, And it gives you a little tip at the end as well. And you have a portrait. Now the portrait is significant because when I press A to show you what happens, choose your heir. This is essentially what Rogue Legacy is all about. Now, this was the original guy that we played off. This is the tutorial guy who killed the king, for whatever reason. This was his heir, okay, Sir Lee, the Stout Knight. Okay, now he passed away. Now we have to choose a child to replace him, hence Legacy. Okay, now these guys all have a class, a trait, or more than one trait, and spells. And as you can see, visually they all look different, and they have different names and different classes as well. In the demo, I think we were given 4 classes to play with, but generally speaking, the playstyles are quite different depending on the classes that you pick. For instance, the mage, as you can see here, is a powerful spellcaster, and every kill gives you mana. Okay, which means that his playstyle is going to be revolved more around the spell, in this case the axe, than, you know, in comparison to the barbarian, who is going to be, you know, hitting and attacking a lot. You know, he's not going to be able to get as much mana as fast as this guy over here. Now the spells are different they're randomly generated, which means that the barbarian could get a magic spell like a fire spell, but in this case he has an axe, or otherwise he could be getting something completely different like I don't know, those spiky things that just float around the screen. You'll see them later when I eventually die. Now every character has traits as well. So in this case, I'm an ectomorph, which means that if I get hit, I'll fly away. That's pretty bad because the mage is inherently weak, and you flying away like that, he's not going to last very long. This guy's very tanky. Now let's take a look at his traits. There are a couple useful traits, and then there's traits that are just ridiculous. Like for example this one, irritable bowel syndrome. I think, if I remember correctly, he just farts when he jumps. Okay, I'm not really a fan of Barbarian, even though they're quite tanky and strong. Just not a big fan of their playstyle. This guy is the guy that I actually like playing. He's sort of like the thief class of Rogue Legacy. He doesn't have a lot of health, but he does a lot of damage, and he has a lot of critical strikes. Okay, now in this instance, he's a big dog. He's a lot bigger than these guys here, as you can see, especially considering that his trait is endomorph. He's heavy, which means people can't knock you back, which means you can just sit there and take a beating, and you can just cop it and deal out a lot of damage. However, his trait there, nearsighted, which means he can't see anything that's far away, and you'll see what actually happens when I go into game with this. You'll see that when I load up the game, just give me a second. You notice how the background is a little bit blurry? Like keep an eye out on the words 2 mana. Now watch what happens when I walk away. It's a little blurry. Okay, so he can't see that far. Now as you can see, his health is, you know, obviously a lot less than the first guy that we played with. But you'll also notice that we now have money. We have 320 gold, which is carried over from the previous game. Now considering that we don't have the blacksmith or the mystic, we should go spend it over here in the manor. Now you might be thinking to yourself, Frank, why don't you just wait? Why don't you just farm more gold? Well, the problem is, now we have to get past this guy if we want to go into the dungeon, and he requires a price, unless you collect a certain artifact, which won't be spoiled in this particular first gameplay. You have to pay the price of everything that you own currently on you in terms of gold. Okay, the only thing that you can keep when you go through that dungeon is any of the upgrades that you bought from the mystic or the blacksmith, which you can't see yet, but I'll maybe if I have enough gold I can show you in this first playthrough. We'll see. So first things first, we have to buy the smithy. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and purchase him for 50 gold, and now we've got a castle. Okay, smithy can build us stuff, which is good. But he can't build us stuff if we don't have the blueprints, which I would have gotten the blueprint if I'd gotten the fairy chest. Okay, what do we got here? Mana up and health up. I think at this instance we need to survive a lot more, so we're going to buy some health. Okay. Now, as you can see, you buy the health, there's 75 upgrades for it. You can become pretty damn tanky in this. And there's certain upgrades for classes as well. Okay, in this instance you upgrade your knight into paladins, which basically gives Y utility. The button Y, that is. You can turn your mages into powerful art mages, you can turn your barbarians into marauders, I think. It basically just gives them additional spells and usage. Okay, so we're gonna give this guy an upgrade, and they'll upgrade my class. So now the paladin class, if I choose to use him next time, will be able to block at the cost of mana, and this increases your equipment. How much gold do I have left? 140. I don't really need equipment, I really just need to be tanky right now. So I bought those two things. There's Smithy. Welcome, hero. Maybe you can help me. I used to be the greatest blacksmith in all the lands, but one day the monsters of this castle attacked my smithy and stole all my blueprints. Without those blueprints, I can only make cutlery and stuff. Please bring back any blueprints you find, and I can build the most amazing equipment ever. Ever! At a price, of course. Okay, now this is the blacksmith, and this is what he can build. Okay. Not all weapons are going to be inherently stronger. You know, you can pick up weapons that, yes, give you more damage, but then sometimes you can pick up blueprints that give your weapons certain attributes. Like, for instance, I found one during the demo where it dealt barely any damage. Right, barely any physical damage at all, but the additional properties that it gave were, I think, 10% additional gold, which is great for a mage. You know, a mage isn't going to be hitting for damage at all. He's just going to be casting spells. So it's a really good way to farm and then get good items like that. But I think at the beginning they just give you the basic blueprints that give you extra damage to magic, to damage in general, and boost your defenses up and stuff like that. It's also important to keep in mind that everything that you buy has weight, which is what happens in the mana there. That's what you can upgrade if you want to wear additional stuff. Okay, we've spent everything that we can possibly spend. It's time to give our 20 gold to Sharon, or Karen. Now, also keep in mind, take a look at that top left corner there. I've leveled up. That's because I've spent money at the manor. Okay, that level's always going to be going up and up and up, assuming that you spend money. See? Give Sharon all your money and enter the castle. Right. So now he's gone away. Look, there's Santa Claus in the background. I never noticed that before. Okay, now we're going through. This is going to be a completely different run of the dungeon that we were in before. 100 gold, that is a really good start. Okay. Now, let's see this. What's going on here? Nothing there. It's very important to not only pay attention to your surroundings, but also your mini-map, because your mini-map tells you where treasure is. Oh, get away. Where treasure is, and also if there are anything hidden. Right, now you see that critical hit? That is delicious. That is exactly why I play this class, but as you can see, my health is already pretty low. Okay, here we go. Fairy chest objective, take no damage. I'm just gonna observe, see what the pattern is, and then go for it. Now it looks like there are 3 fire things, and if I step down there, there's spikes. I'm pretty sure if I fail this, which I probably will, I'm gonna die. But that's okay, I can show you the progression. Okay, okay. I think what the plan is to jump down and then just keep moving. Now. Oh no, I missed it. Okay, this is bad. I'm probably gonna die. Oh, that was the trick. Isn't that annoying? Oh well. That's okay. We learn for next time. Alright, this guy. Let's get rid of him. And let's go over here. Let's see what's over here. Oh. Oh no. Nothing down here, but we have some sort of chest. Oh! That sucks. Okay, that was a really quick one. But that's okay. We still got money out of that run. So it's okay. Right, now, as you can see, we have completely different dudes with completely different traits. I'm actually leaning towards this guy, but we'll just explore the other classes that we can choose from first. Now notice how this is the knave that we had before. The useless knave, apparently. Okay, he has different traits. He's a dwarf, he's a midget, he's very small, and he's stereo blind, which means that when he turns from left to right, he's just like a thin piece of paper. And enemies are actually, they're pieces of paper as well. It's actually quite funny. I'm not a big fan of the dagger spell. It only really hits one target, so I'm not a big fan of that. Like I said, I'm not a fan of barbarian. But this was what I was talking about. The words that couldn't come out before. The spiky things that go everywhere. It's called conflux. And you'll see what happens when I press B in a room. Now the reason why I love this is because the mage, every time you kill something, it gives you mana back. And because he's a dwarf, he's a little midget, no one's going to be able to hit me. It's great. Anyway, so we're back over here now. We've got 160 gold. I don't think I'm going to spend anything over there yet. I think I'm going to check out the blacksmith and see if I can buy anything. This isn't too bad. You know, you get extra health, you get extra mana. I might buy this. Now notice when I bought that and I've equipped it, the color's changed on his head. So he looks golden now. See that? So basically, progression through the game is you collect fairy chests. Fairy chests, at least according to the demo, gave you blueprints that eventually would allow you to forge your own complete set, right? And in this case, this set is the Squire set. Yeah, see the Squire limbs, Squire helm, and Squire armor, which you will eventually find, and then the Squire sword. Once you've acquired all those blueprints, it'll let you collect the next set, which is down here, and so on and so forth. Okay, now, conflux. Incredible. Watch what happens when I press B. Hello, Santa. It goes everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. It'll cover the entire room with these little spike balls. It's amazing. I love this skill. And yes, it costs a lot of mana, but because the mage can get mana back per kill, it's awesome. It's very sustainable. At least I've felt it has been quite sustainable when you eventually get items that allow for mana leech. Now in the demo there was a glitch where when you're a midget you could just jump past here and then not have to pay Sharon the fee, but obviously Sharon's gone a lot smarter than that. Okay, so we're starting again. Now we haven't gotten very far, but that's okay. In the beginning it's quite often like that. Now I'm not going to be able to deal a lot of damage, and I probably should mention this now. To check your damage, you press start. So, okay, if you can remember this, the mage, at least right now, I have 12 strength and 33 magic. And if I press X, this is just basically him in more detail. No crit chance, which means he has no chance of dealing 150% damage, okay? But that's okay, because his balls go everywhere. 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 Come on. Oh, this is not good. Okay, even though I've copped a lot of damage, it's okay. I don't feel like I'm properly showcasing what. Oh, I'm done. Okay, and we start again. It wasn't very good that time. Let's check out this one. Chickens freak you. Your permaroided attacks knock enemies further. Let's give this one a go. I have 170 gold. I think I can buy better stuff. Now, in the beginning, you're going to die a lot because, you know, even though I played this game for a while, it's very tough. It really is in the beginning. So I'm just going to pump up my health. That'll probably help a little bit more. Alright, see, I'm level 5 now. This is one of my more favorite skills. They may balance this in the future because it is quite overpowered. It might not be overpowered because I don't really have the proper weapons at the moment to showcase how effective it actually is. Actually, that's not pretty bad. You can see it there. It's pretty damn strong. Oh, go away. Go away. Oh, I got hit. Okay. Oh. Go away. Oh. Okay. There we go. There we go. Alright. It's ridiculous that even though I knocked those two guys out, my health is very, very low right now. And I'm on 1 health. And I died. That's okay. We still got money out of that. And you are going to die a lot. Oh, this is a new one. I haven't seen this one before. The spell, that's what I'm referring to. Quantum Translocator. B drops and teleports to your shadow. This could be interesting. I'll give it a go. But we'll check out the other classes as well. Okay, let's see. So Mage the second. Class is a mage. Trait is Ambilivious. You've got 2 left hands and you can't cast spells properly. Well, that kind of sucks, doesn't it? Considering that you're a mage. And you're gay. So you're a gay man who has 2 left hands and throws daggers directly in front of you. And we have Lady Jenny, the barbarian, who once again has 2 left hands and summons blades. But for now we're going to test out this one here, Lady Blair, who has the Quantum Translocator. Okay, we got 80 gold. I don't think we can spend anything with 80 gold. We're just gonna have to give it away to Sharon, but I'm just gonna check out what this does. Okay, so it leaves that, and then what? I assume you press B again, and then you teleport back. Okay, so it's like a little flash. I'm not really sure what you can use this for, though. I'm not sure what the utilities are, but we'll give it a go anyway, and then we'll see what happens. I'm sure there is a mechanic to this. Maybe it's good for, you know, fairy chests. I'm not too sure. But it doesn't really cost a lot of mana. Now the knave. Remember how the mage has, I think it was 13 strength and 33 magic. This class is different, as you can see. 18 and 25. Now if I bring up the card, you can see that the critical chance is 15%, so he actually has a crit chance, and the crit damage is significantly higher than the mage, so that's good. High risk, high reward. Okay, what have we got here? Nothing of really big concern. So that's pretty easy. We got another easy room as well. See, at the moment I'm just very complacent getting these. Oh, you sneaky one. You're sneaky. You are sneaky. That box. Okay. I love them criticals. I'm not really sure what you can use that for. Maybe as an escape route? I'm not sure. But it's quite reaction based. Very, very difficult. I didn't really think there was anything I could do with that. Get out of here. 21 health already. That's not good. That's not good. Alright, so we got some more lore here. We got some health. That's always good. And as you can see, the lore is signified by the question mark. If I press select, it can show you all the possible legends that you'll see, that you can encounter. So what we're really after right now, ideally, is the unopened chest. Because once we get that, we can start getting some decent gold. Oh, that was dangerous. Okay, we'll just go wait, jump. And jump down and hit. Okay, we're good. Oh no, I'm so gonna die here. I'm so gonna die here. Yep. Yep. Okay. That's alright, we start again. So, you can see, basically, what this game is about. There is a lot of death, as you can see. A lot of death. I've died a lot in, what, maybe it's been half an hour now. Yeah, I've died a lot, okay? Basically, the game will eventually progress to the point where you will eventually get stronger and stronger and stronger. Chun-Li. That's a good one. Yeah, you will eventually get stronger and stronger. Let's go with Chun-Li. Okay, she's got tunnel vision, no peripheral vision. We'll find out what that actually means. Very tanky. 140. I can't upgrade that. Let's upgrade the mana. Oh, we can. Okay, so this is Chun-Li. We throw scythes. Santa there. Yeah, eventually you will get stronger and stronger and stronger to the point where you just won't die as often. Okay, that's what makes it a rogue-lite. If it was rogue-like, then I would be dying and there would be no progression at all. As you can see, the barbarian has a lot of health compared to all the other classes that I've played. Average strength and magic. Let's see, any critical? No critical. Yeah, just very tanky. Very, very, very tanky. So, you know, probably in retrospect, one of the better characters to start off with. You gotta keep moving, Chun-Li. Let's go, come on. Alright, now, we have a little chest up here. Okay? I'm pretty sure, okay. This is a little secret that we've come across now. In order to get to that chest, we have to find the hidden tile in this little room, which is essentially here, down here. So you just press down and then A, and you jump through here. Notice the difference in color. So you just jump through. Now, if this was a fairy chest, there might be a challenge where upon entering this room, you would be given like 10 seconds to rush over here to get to that chest. Okay, that's happened to me before. It's actually quite frustrating. So you gotta jump down here and grab the chest. Generally speaking, it's 110. Yep, 110. So come back up. We got 150 gold. This is good. Good start. No, go away. Go away. Yeah, you really have to be mindful of your surroundings. Don't have enough mana. Alright, this is a good start. Very good start. Yeah, so maybe for those who are watching, if you do consider this game, probably a good idea to start off with a barbarian first rather than those high risk, high reward, low health characters that I was showcasing before. Because as you can see, I'm doing a lot better. A lot better. But I really don't want to jinx myself. Okay, so we got flying portraits. Nothing really of interest in this room. Okay, I'm taking a lot of damage now. What else have we got? Not too bad. I don't know, I'm actually very curious to see what the top of this tower has. I'm probably going to enter a new area if I keep on going up. This area just has so many rooms. Look at it. Oh, evil painting, go away. No evil paint yet, go away. Oh, I'm gonna die. Alright. Where's that one? Evil painting. Yep, we have a treasure chest. And what's this? Blueprint found. Night cave. See, sometimes you get lucky and those chests don't contain money. They actually contain blueprints. It's probably because the game felt pity on me that I've been failing so hard. We have a teleporter. Okay. So this takes us back to which other teleporter we've gone to. which in this case is back to the beginning of the game, I think? Yeah, this teleports us back to the beginning of the game. Now, what originally happened in the demo was the teleporter was placed near the boss room, so I'm assuming the boss is pretty close. Now that is a new area. Okay, this area was not included in the demo, which means these monsters are completely different, and by the looks, they are quite strong. I'm not really sure I'm ready for this level, but for the sake of exploring new territory with Chun-Li, I'm going to explore this area. The monsters actually look quite tough here. Level 44. So, oh wow. This is a really good run, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Take a look at all the gold that I've gotten this time. 860. So, I guess exploring the areas is worth it. Now, in the demo, they were really cheeky about it, and they put a treasure chest up there, wherein you couldn't get the treasure if you broke all these crates. But considering that there is no treasure up here, I'm just going to smash all these crates and get the delicious gold. Okay, let's go back over here. Oh, get out of there. I can barely deal any damage to these guys, so I think I'm just gonna go for a run for it. And then just see what... Oh, wow, these monsters are strong. Oh, that's it. I'm done. Okay. Now, regardless of the difficulty, I'm actually surprised. You go up there and the difficulty just spikes up so much. So basically, you're expected to grind in one area, and then, you know, eventually make your way to one of those more difficult areas. Okay, so let's see who we have this time. We have Lady Blair II, who has Tourette's and ADHD. Interesting. Okay, you move faster, that's not too bad. And a Barbarian as well, so tanky and deals a lot of damage. What's this one? You have weak limbs, which means that enemies won't get knocked back, and then you have a chakram. Okay. Lady Faye, a powerful spellcaster. Every kill gives you mana. And you're a giant. And you have Flame Barrier. Okay, considering how we have a lot of money now, let's give Lady Faye a go, yeah? But I have to say, this is pretty disadvantageous. Considering that you're a mage, you're weak, you're squishy to begin with, and you've got a bigger hitbox now. But we have a ton of gold. Look at us, we've got 930. I'm just trying to remember how we actually... I've completely forgotten how you actually upgrade... go from left to right, because from the left there I think you can get the smithy, I think it's the engineer or the architect, and then on the left you got the mystic. Not too sure, but whatever, we'll just check it out over here. What can we buy? Cape that gives critical damage. That's pretty cool. Knight cape, which means we've completely skipped a whole set of blueprints. Okay, they've changed that since the demo then. So it's not just acquire all of the set of Squire and then acquire all the set of the Knight. You can get them randomly now, according to this. Okay, 15% critical damage. That's not bad. I'm going to get that. That's pretty good. 505, what else are you going to buy? I don't really need... What is that? That increases your magic. Now, what is it that I need? I kind of need damage, yeah? Yeah, I could do with some damage, or otherwise I can go over here and then increase my health and mana. See, that's the great thing about this game. You can choose... you can choose whatever you want to upgrade with your money. But here we go. You upgraded your equipment, and now it allows you access to the Architect and also to the Enchantress. And because we have enough money, we can buy both, so I can showcase both of these. So, we have the Enchantress. Huzzah! The Enchantress can empower your body with magical runes, making you better, stronger, faster, jumpier. Find runes to increase her repertoire of body-modifying talents. Her crystal ball is just for show. This is great. She will basically allow you to improve your character using the upgrades from the smithy. Now this guy, he performs a different role. You see, the dungeons are randomly generated, yes? This guy will actually allow you to lock the castle down when you died previously, if you liked what you saw, in the previous castle. You could have the exact same layout again. You just ask this guy to lock it down, and then everything would be the same. At the cost of 50% of your gold. I think for now, because of the fact that I'm trying to farm and all that stuff, he's not going to be that useful, but I'll unlock him anyway for the sake of showcasing what he does. Now the Enchantress has the upgrade mage route, which allows you to switch between spells when you press Y. I wasn't too sure what this actually did in the demo, but I'm sure that later on as I progress through the game, it'll make a little bit more sense. 75 upgrades to increase your magic damage. That's awesome. Okay, so we're going to upgrade the Architect, and let's see what upgrades he allows. We have the Barbarian King. Okay, basically when you press Y, you do a Fusroda from the Skyrim game. It's literally a Fusroda. Okay, so this one increases magic, and I think this is universal for everything, for every class. And this one increases your attack damage, and eventually this castle will get bigger and bigger and bigger. During the demo, you were really restricted to, I think, 15 of everything else, and you could only go so far as to unlocking all these upgrades that you see here. Excuse me. But from the trailers, the upgrades go really high, so there is a lot of time and effort put into this game. You can upgrade a lot of your mana. Okay, so we have 145 gold. Let's have a chat to the Enchantress. Hello, hero. Could I borrow your ear for a moment? I'm in need of your help. I used to be a very powerful Enchantress, but one day the monsters of this castle invaded my dreams and stole my knowledge. They encased that knowledge in runes, and without those runes, I suck at my job. Please, hero, if you find any runes, bring them back to me and I'll sell it back to you at a profit. Okay, so as you can see, you don't necessarily buy the weapons over here, you buy upgrades to enhance your weapons or armor. In this case, it's 175 gold to apply this to your current weapon, which allows you to dash. Okay, this would actually have been pretty useful in getting the fairy chests. This one I'm a big fan of, but I can't afford. It allows you to double jump. Now this is really useful for early game. Nothing unlocked yet, but like I said before, you can get like life leech, mana leech. I think you can also get gold upgrades as well. Yeah, so it's quite nice. Okay, now this guy here. This guy here will allow you, like I said before, to lock down the dungeon. So if you liked what you saw before and you want to play through it again, you go ahead and you lock it down. Okay, now this is a little different from the demo. 70%, it's gone up by 20%. Do you want to lock the castle? In this case, no. But basically what happens is if you pay the fee, that little nut and screw bolt will go all the way down, and then he'll take 70% of your gold. Now I've got 145 gold. I'm going to see what I can buy here just quickly. No, I can't afford that. I'm going to go over to the manor and see what I can upgrade before Greedy Sharon gets his paws on it. 145, 190, 180. I can't afford anything. Well, Sharon's payday today. I just gave him 145 gold. I'm not too confident that this run is going to last very long because I am inherently weak in terms of magic, in terms of damage. 12. And my health is not that impressive either. I'm basically a knave. Yeah, but we'll see how we go. Okay, what's over here? Oh! It's alright. Cop some damage. Okay, what's over here? Now they've also changed the mechanics I've noticed for the fire. Because normally in the demo, you would use the fire and it would only cost a certain amount to actually bring them up. It seems like now there is an upkeep to actually maintain the spell. Well, I think that basically gives you a good overview of what Rogue Legacy is about. It's currently on sale at Steam for $15. If you like what you see, I'd strongly recommend to pick it up. It's a really good game. There's tons of content that you can get out of it. And honestly, I've spent hours upon hours on the demo. I'd clocked at least 20 hours. It's a really good game. The links will be provided in the description if you're curious about more and you want to find out more information. They'll all be there. Alright, I'll see you next time.